Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. Reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Sounders Robinson and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. Christchurch Orthodontic Specialists. Expert tailored treatment to get you the smile you want. chchortho.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. Reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Sounders Robinson and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. Christchurch Orthodontic Specialists. Expert tailored treatment to get you the smile you want. chchortho.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz.
Yeah. Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez. I'm here today with Dan Nichols, and we're here to call today's game between the Canterbury Red Devils and the Dunedin Phoenix Thunder. This is the second game of the weekend series. Yesterday didn't go so well for the Red Devils. They played pretty well for 40 minutes and 13 seconds, was it, Dan?
Yeah, 13 seconds in the third period, yep.
And then it all kind of went Dunedin's way from there on it was 3-3, and it ended 8-3. So it was a show for the Thunder yesterday. And would be interesting to see what we come out with today. Just a whole load of possibilities. Do the Red Devils play hard immediately? Do they get that even track? Do they go all offense? What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think yesterday when they started the first 40 minutes, you're saying it wasn't bad. Obviously, they gave up a goal in the first minute of the game, but ideally starting here today, you don't do that.
Yep.
But yeah, look, they were competitive for 40 minutes, and they were matching the Phoenix Thunder. The shots were even through the first period. Second period, though, Thunder did get a few more shots. It was a 15-8 shot count in that second period, but the scoreboard didn't move that much. So the Red Devils were there. Unfortunately, we saw in the third period, the Red Devils, I think, probably just dropped off a little bit, but I actually think the Thunder played a bit more to their strengths and their skill set, and capitalised on opportunities. They put a lot more pressure in the offensive zone, and that was indicated by the shot count as well. They got 20 shots on in that third period alone to the Red Devils 8. So, look, Red Devils were there for about 40 minutes yesterday, but Thunder took it home in the last 20. So it's a classic sort of saying, you got to play 60 minutes of a hockey game if you want to win it. So Red Devils need to do that. They'll be missing Noah Moncrief here today. Unfortunately, he took puck went up high into the face area. That has seen him get a few stitches, and he's got a couple of fractures around his eye socket there. So that is very much likely to put him out for his season here in the NZIHL. But there is a new addition to the Red Devils roster here today with Ollie Rout playing his first game this season. He has played a few games in prior seasons as well for the Red Devils. So you'll look to see him wearing jersey number 45.
And as we get set up here, actually can see over on the bench they're having a good old conversation over on that right side there. But for those of you who checked in yesterday and we had some technical problems, just give me a shout, make sure everything's going okay here. We don't need to change anything for the stream, but I think everything is going okay. But would love to hear from you on the chat. And today, I think if we get a chance, Dan will take a couple of questions. Maybe we'll see. Maybe. Or we'll play some trivia games or whatever.
I'll throw a question out there. I can probably do that. But.
There you go. So if you got something to say, Dan might be able to see it if we have a little bit of time. So that'll be kind of some fun this afternoon as well. A couple of things, more housekeeping. I don't want to bring this up. We got that here. There we go. The 3v3 Super Showdown happening on the 13th and 14th of September in Auckland. If you want to pick up tickets, NZIHL.com 3v3. It's a fun tournament, and it'll be postseason this year, which is also a good thing. And all 6 teams will be participating, sending 9 or 10 players each, and it's just enjoyable hockey, and it's fast, and it's, you get to see several games. I had somebody remind me, it's effectively rugby sevens of ice hockey.
Yeah, indeed, and I think it's probably pretty good throwing this out at the back end of the season so players don't have to worry about getting injured and stuff to impact their normal season. And yeah, you get everyone there in a good spirit, hopefully, and want to put on a showcase for ice hockey here in New Zealand.
And alongside that, I just want to quickly discuss the playoff implications for the Red Devils. I guess we need to say effectively we do know that they are very technically still in the playoff race, but any drop today will end that.
Yeah, there's a few permutations out there, but you're relying on results from other teams.
Yeah,
and the Red Devils need to win the 5 in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could spend some time going into that, but for the sake, they just need to focus here on this first game.
Let's just get one, right? Yeah. Let's not go down the rabbit hole. But for the Thunder, they'll be looking to jump up to 3rd place today. If they can pull this off, they're definitely in striking range to move up.
Yeah, indeed. And Thunder playing for the postseason spot, and again, things are looking all right for them. If they keep winning their games, they'll want to keep working on their systems, their teamwork to put themselves into the best spot going into the playoffs. So they'll be here ready to play. It's definitely not a nothing game.
Well, here we go. First period action here at the Alpine Ice. They drop the puck, and the Red Devils get it. Tappan's got the puck. They throw it forward. And they start out with one of their other lines today with Lowe, Gallagher, and Thomas out there to start with. Brown on defense. He's chasing that puck down. But it is the Thunder with it. Goes to Stegman. High shot. That's deflected. I think that caught Sean Brown's shoulder there. That was a good block, and it goes out of play. And they get a stop in play.
Probably good that hit. Brown, I think, to me, was posting up on the other side of the net there. So, yeah, good block by Brown. His Red Devils line there did their job to get the first shift underway. Now the import line, Remy Morris, comes out.
And who do we have on the other side? They put Reese out there on the left wing.
Well, so looks like they've split up Haas and Morris here today.
And that puck goes in the zone from Enright. It's going to go just as far as the point. Doesn't go out yet. Reese now has it. Cross ice pass to Morris. Morris looking to get that up. That hit Stegman in a funny spot. He is off the ice now. That puck goes up past Odwell behind the cage. And that's sent around. Enright's got it now. Enright looking for the escape. He gets it up to the blue line. It's going to get sent back in. Hopkins takes the shot. We'll just say that. And glove save drop, and the puck stays in play. Audis, the 5-goal scorer yesterday, sending it around the boards. Blair trying to get it out for the Thunder. He does exactly that. Gets it to Audis. That goes to Herring. Herring leaves it behind. And he gets it back around the goal. Out to Schroyer, the import. In front, a chance. And that looked like it was kicked in.
I think that might have been George Hopkins' stick, to be honest.
Well, there you go.
It's a goal at the wrong end of the rink for him if that was off his sticking in. But yeah, that's a good start here for Thunder. You can see Schroyer, he was looking back post as he had, I think it was Eden coming up to the back post, so he was aiming intentionally wide there. And Hopkins, unfortunately, I think in a defensive effort there, has knocked that past his own goalie.
And unfortunately, it looks like we didn't get the replay on that. That's not good, but we'll try it again. And as we get underway, it's Haast with a good spin move. Red Devils down early, 1-0 to the Phoenix Thunder. They flip that up the half boards, don't get it out. Moncrief with it, trying to pass it in front. Boole, and then it goes to Moncrief again. Keeps it high, gets it to Haast. Haast, as far as the point, stays in, but flipped only to the Thunder. And it's Chris Eden, former Red Devil, coming up the left side. He's skating in, leaving it behind. Stegman with a shot. And that catches the rounds and goes all the way to the back.
Yeah, you got a lot on that one, Tom.
And the Thunder look to push that out. It goes up to Flight. Are they going to call icing here? They're not. Goes past Brown, gets kicked out, and now 2-on-1 developing with Reese and Morris. Reese is going to go in the zone. Leaves it behind for Morris. Slap shot. Goes up the glass. Hopkins holds it in. And Dodwell sends it around the boards to Morris. Morris looking for a pass. Hopkins with a shot. That's deflected. Goes to the half boards on the other side. Meisternock with it. Going behind to Morris. Goes in front, but the Thunder cleared immediately. And it's going to be Reese collecting it for the Red Devils. A couple of changes for the Thunder. Hopkins can't hold on to that puck as it goes behind him, and it's Audis collecting it. Gallagher jumps in the corner. Audis sends it around. Meisternock picks it up first. Good skating there, and he gets it out of the zone, holds on to it one-handed, flips it in, and that'll allow the Red Devils to go for a change. Gallagher's in there first and on the forecheck, but Audis has it. Thunder moving it out of the zone. Pass it quickly to Beckstead, and Beckstead, hockey stop, turns around and spins it around to Audis. And then it's Brown collecting that. Stays in. Goes back to Beckstead in the low side. Beckstead goes around Brown. Keeps the puck. Gives it to Schroyer at the point. Then the other side to Blair. Kick save. It goes in the corner. Lowe with it. Lowe trying to get it out. Now Lowe has it. He's high sticked, and that'll be a penalty coming up. Blair touches it, and they get a stop in play.
Good bit of pressure there from Thunder, but just taking a penalty there at the end with a wayward high stick from Beckstead. But yeah, Thunder's starting strong, getting some good possession in the offensive zone, but we didn't have too many power plays yesterday. We only had one each side, so chance here for the Red Devils.
Yeah, and we seem to be having some serious replay problems today. That's not good. So, we will focus on real play. But, just as everything starts to be working, it's just as quickly it doesn't. And they'll drop the puck. And they won't drop the puck.
Face-off warning there to the Thunder, so we'll go it again. We're just doing some administration duties here.
Yeah, that's kind of right in front of us here. Let me see. No, not quite. Can't get that one.
All right, back underway. And I think they want the player in the penalty box to sit up a step so they can see him.
Oh, they can't see Beckstead.
Yeah, there's fortunately a low step over there, and maybe he's not the tallest man, but about to get underway.
It's a strange way of calling somebody short. Sorry, Cole. Anyway, Tap in, across the way to Morris. Bull. Oh, and a big hit there. Tappan holds it in at the blue line. Goes to Haast. Haast to Tappan. Shot, and that goes as far as some shin pads there. Looks like Orr got in front of that lane. Haast still holds on to it for the Red Devils. Tappan skates the blue line, gives it back to Haast. He skates the blue line, gives it back to Tappan. Pass through the middle, and then in front of the goaltender there, but it is back into the corner just as quickly. Haast getting it around again. Now it'll be Jackson Flight picking it up. No, he doesn't. That's given to Morris. Does that come out of the zone? Yes, it does. Offsides on the Red Devils. That was a good little flick of the puck just to get it out of the zone.
Some good movement by Haast there as he wheeled up around the blue line, gave it back to Tappan, and then Tappan managed to find him on the far side, but it just wasn't quite to the stick, so he didn't get a quick chance off. But yeah, some good movement there for the first minute of the Red Devils power play as they now bring their second unit out.
A puck going in the far end for the Thunder. They get it out, and Moncrief tries to hit it to the side, and they hold possession of it. Lowe's now got it. Use it for Meisternock. He's going to skate up the left side and take the zone, looking for a pass, but he holds up, skates around, gives it back to Brown at the point. Brown tries to go low back to Meisternock, but it's turned over and flipped out of the zone, goes all the way back to Carey, and it'll be Willis picking it up. Willis leaves it. Audis on the forecheck. Brown coming out of the zone. Skating hard. Gets it knocked away from him. To Moncrief. He gets it off the skates. And it's Lowe leaving it behind. Brown loses it. Goes to Audis. Audis kind of flips it upwards. But it's going to be a break here. Eden all on his own. Takes the shot. And misses the target. Gets Carey switch-footed, but the backhand goes a little too high, and as such, it stays 1-0. No shorthanded goal there, but the opportunity certainly presented itself. Morris having to chop back on this one to make sure another one doesn't happen. He flips it forward, goes up to Haast. He gains the zone, looking for a pass. Morris coming up now, has it on his own, and he takes the shot and scores. Tying it up, it's Remy Morris.
There's the connection between the Red Devils imports, Haast and Morris connecting once again for a goal. We had Mickey Dobwell earlier drive into the net, puts a bit of traffic in front, and Morris comes into the zone with speed after Haast delays once he got in the zone, passes it to Morris, and Morris, nifty move, puts it upstairs. So that ties it up here, 1-1.
And that's the score, 1-1. And the younger line coming out here. We've got Rout in the middle of the center ice circle, it looks like.
Ollie Rout taking the face-off.
He's in number 45 here, and the Red Devils flip it forward.
And that's a goal to the Red Devils.
Thunder get it out of the zone. Good back pass through the legs, but it's intercepted. Pake with it. Pake's going to just chuck it in, and he gets a save. Glove save, and they'll get a face-off coming up here.
Good little bit of energy here from that young line.
Yeah, I don't want Deshuck get a little bit bothered by that one. I mean, it looked like it was kind of a fluke play in a sense. It kind of flipped up.
It was a little fluttery puck in there, so it wasn't nice. Yeah, I don't know, probably those little fluttery butterfly ones can catch goalies off guard sometimes, especially here on the ice, which might have, a bit soft at times, cause the puck to bounce different directions.
A lot of that yesterday, that's for sure. Haast has it again at the blue line, skates up the middle this time, tries to go through the slot, but he is ticked off, and Willis has to go back to get that puck for the Red Devils. He turns it around to Haast, out to Dodwell off the boards. He can't hold on to it. Stegman getting it across the ice, and it's Flight and Audis. Audis coming in with Enright on the other side. Shot and a goal.
Continuing on from where he finished yesterday in Audis.
there's just no stopping him
No,
at all.
The big question for me leading into this game was, did he eat the same food as he ate yesterday? Did he sleep the same way? Did he tie his laces the same way?
Same socks it has to be, but that's 6 this weekend.
That's 6 this weekend, plus 2 assists yesterday. He jumped up yesterday after yesterday's game, 14th in the scoring leaders. He's now up to 8th as of the start of this game. So he's a bit of hot form here in Audis this weekend.
Beckstead with it now as the Thunder win the face-off, and they are up 2-1.
Number 27, Ian.
We'll see how the Red Devils respond here.
Assisted by number 22, Max Gregory.
Brown gives that one up. It goes as far as Enright. Enright in front. And now it's Tappan 2-on-2. He's going up the right side. Goes past Blair. Takes the shot. Shuck gives up a big rebound, but it goes into the corner. Funny bounce off the Zamboni doors. And then 2 sweeping shots, but it doesn't get through. Good kick save by Shuck there. Thomas almost having himself a goal, but now it's Beckstead moving that one out. Heads up, and he leaves that puck for Audis, but it's turned around 1-on-2. It's Lowe coming in. He's going to take as much time as he can as the rest of the Red Devils change up.
A couple of big bounces off Toby Shuck's pads there.
Yeah, very big. Schroyer with a long pass, and that catches Eden. Eden with the physical play up against Hopkins. Eden holds on to the puck for a moment. Hopkins getting it forward, but it's Orr as that line's fighting to get themselves a goal. And that comes in offside. They have to leave it alone. They pass it to Dodwell. It goes past him. Stegman leaves it. He's not going to get an icing call here because he could have played it. And it's Morris with it. He sends it back through the middle. Goes as far as the boards. Meisternock keeping it in at the point. And Meisternock's going to have to chase this one down as Hurring is hustling back to get some pressure. And that puck does come out as it hit Eden's blade and hopped over it. The Red Devils trying to get some more offense here today. They were on a 1-goal period pace, and that's not going to do it against this type of Thunder team with this many shots that they take. Meisternock getting it in neutral ice. Dump and chase again, but it doesn't go all the way to the back. They go off, and Haas back out there with pressure. Moncrief trying to get a hold of it, and it's Bull that knocks it away, but it goes as far as Max Hurring. And Moncrief not quite on target with that check there, but physicality brewing. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. Steven throwing it deep. Tappan collects. Tappan with the board pass out. And it's Darling getting rid of it. And we go back and forth a little bit. Flight keeping it in and Brown having to play it back. That does go out to neutral. Darling throwing it in offside. Looks like they've tagged up. Puck comes all the way out. Flight has it, leaves it behind him for a drop pass. Then he plays it off the board. Brown has it now. And everybody looking for a long pass, but nobody connecting really. Bull is as close as you could get there, but he gives it up off his blade. And Beckstead going up the middle looking for Lewis. 3-on-3 developing. Lewis loses it off of his blade. But he sends it around the back behind Tim Carey's cage. And that puck goes high sticking. If it's played by the Thunder, it is. And a little extras there with Gallagher.
Yeah, probably awkward one. Ref probably should have just blown that down. Otherwise, the Red Devil guy could have just kept driving into him there. But yeah, I think Red Devils, they're just struggling to get connection out of their defensive zone. They're really only been looking for stretch passes there, so to speak. And yeah, we saw one there, Hayden Ball just deflecting it through. I think he's a bit worried what might have been coming at him from a Thunder player perspective.
Kaluzny with a low shot. That's kick saved as it gets through to Shuck.
Big rebound out to the side again.
It just doesn't really look like he's trying to stop the puck. He's trying to just kick it away into the corners and get this offense started. Blair with it now. And a heavy stop. You could even hear the blades having a hard time stopping in this ice today. Kaluzny getting it out to neutral. And that's out to Schroyer. Schroyer with a pass to Beckstead. It came in a little early there, it looked like, but no harm, no foul. Lewis, the target here for the pass. Instead, Beckstead going straight through the middle. Willis with a good job defensively. Thomas falling down on that one. He gets back up. Audis behind. Gives it to Beckstead. Audis looking. Beckstead holding. It almost looks like a penalty kill out there at the moment. And Tim Carey grabbing onto it. Just too much space and time for Beckstead to make choices.
Yeah, I think that was, I guess the Devils there, once they kind of gave up the position in the zone, they went to sort of a passive system there. Kept them to the outside, and again, the chance was just a low one stepping out from the goal line. But yeah, not really in a position to put more active pressure on them, giving the Thunder time to set up.
And that's exactly where the Thunder want to take long shots away from. That's not the best angle, but it does get things started.
Yeah, we saw yesterday, probably in the first period, they looked like they were just throwing shots on from nowhere, but sure enough, by the end of it, Norris at least getting some deflections, rebounds, and that was then creating goals for them.
Exactly. Or to take this one.
Look for it to go to Stegman, and Thunder does it.
And that puck comes out. It's Reese coming up the right, holding on, takes the shot. Shuck kicks it away. Once again, a big rebound. Glove looks taped shut today, folks. But at the same time, he's made all those saves other than that fluttery one, so he's doing all right. The Red Devils need to be looking for those rebounds. Morris up the left. He whiffs on that one. He had a chance, looking 5-hole, but just couldn't pull the trigger. And then it goes out to the other side to Eden. Eden comes through. It's Stegman in the middle. He's just defensively pushed away, but his teammates left him there, and Morris had to clean up. Willis gets it back out. Stegman picks up the puck, and the Thunder reset their offense. That goes to the point. It's too far. Haast has it now. Haast skating around the goal. He puts the stop on. Uses Kaluzny as some traffic and goes skating through two people. It's Steitley with some defense there, but he can't really do much about him. And then it's Moncrief, takes the shot through the slot, never gets through. He's knocked down. Steven knocking him over. Flight with a push through past Kaluzny. Flight still has it, but he's got no friends because they were all behind the play at the moment. And now the Red Devils pick it up. And Moncrief and Steven still going at it. They're just not letting it go. They go for a change. Steitley has it, looking up. Long pass, makes it to Audis. And that's picked off immediately. Lowe throwing it back out to Haast. He's going to gain the zone. Hold up. 1-on-4. And he gets pulled away from him by Beckstead. Comes in and out of the zone. And Beckstead has it. He's 2-on-3. Takes it in. He and Audis working together. Beckstead leaves it behind for Audis, but that's turned over. And it does get out of the zone. Darling trying to play low there. And I think it's going to be an interference call, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the delayed penalty here.
Carey trying to get off the ice. He does exactly that. And Lowe leaving it as he's checked at the blue line. And Darling gets a hold of it, stopping play for the penalty coming up. It is an elbowing call, so I'm not sure if it was who that was. It was Darling.
Probably a little bit of a height difference there. Darling man, bigger man, Harry Lowe trying to get round him. Yeah, you lean into a little man. As a big man, your elbows are in a vulnerable position. So.
Well, you would know that more than most, but we have to be fair on this. We've made short jokes on both sides of the aisles here, so that's...
You're using the word short, though, Matt. Let's put that
physically challenged, or like physical height. What do you... I don't know what do you use... whatever. Anyway, back to hockey. That's flipped out.
Tristan Darling for elbowing.
To Tappan. Tappan's going to set up the offense here. Tappan still has it in the corner. They get set up. Leaves it for Morris, gets it back. Sends it on the other side. Haast with a shot. That was a shot pass. Nowhere on. He was looking for a deflection. And that goes as far as the point, but Tappan keeps it in. Switches the ice. Haast with it. Switches the ice. Goes back to Tappan, but this one's going to skitter out of the zone. It's going to send it back to Haast, and they have to reset with 1:13 to go on this power play. Elbowing the call. Haast with it. Gets it to the point. Gets it back. Pinballs it around. Willis with a shot, glove save, bounces out, and they try to get it to him again, and now it's a race. Morris is going to get there first instead of Beckstead. And as a couple of changes are made, Morris double shifts, takes the shot, and a glove save by Shuck, and he holds on to this one.
Yeah, pretty good shot there from Logan Willis. I think it was more of an arm save there from Shuck in the elbow crease for him. Didn't fully get control of that. But yeah, some good chances here from the Red Devils, actually having some time in the offensive zone on the power play, but maybe only a couple of shots coming from it. Haas was looking for the backdoor play there at one point, but nothing comes of it so far.
They win the face-off, Moncrief with it. Moncrief trying to get the puck away from him somehow. Goes past Brown. Lowe has it. To Moncrief at the point. Keeps it in. Low pass, goes behind the net. And that's Morgan Blair exiting the zone and Willis holding on to it. While I've got you here, it's with about 4 minutes to go. We will stop the stream after the first period for a minute. We'll have you reset. We'll tell you more later. Meisternock skating through between the dots and right up the middle, and that turnover goes to Beckstead. They've got a 2-on-2 with he and Beckstead on a third person. Audis in front, and Willis catches his skate, and it's a goal, a shorthanded goal for the Phoenix Thunder.
Is that the second time today we've probably had the Red Devils being the last touch of the puck before it goes into their own net? But
yeah, it looked like a left skate blade.
Again, unfortunate, but again, Phoenix Thunder creating that opportunity, odd man chance on a penalty kill. Sometimes it's a power kill that you got to be worried about, and again, things like that will happen in a game of hockey.
Yeah, they
it
do.
happens to teams that make chances, as we just sort out who should be on the ice here.
And because of that, it is still 5-on-4. It is a shorthanded goal, and 1 second until it expires. They drop the puck, penalty over, and we're back to 5-on-5. Route trying to get through there. Eden has it now. Schroyer with a low shot through the crease. Schroyer gives it back to Herring. And Pake knocking it out of the zone. Thunder with it. They send it low. Henare getting it out. Trying to connect that pass. Couldn't do it. It's Herring getting it back to Schroyer. Schroyer with a long pass. Broken stick out in the middle of the ice. And it's a 3-on-1 suddenly for the Thunder. A chance and a stop there. And they keep trying to sweep away. Carey up to the challenge for this one. And that puck goes halfway to the dot. They can't sweep it away yet. Route trying to get that puck away from, I think it was Orr there. That in front to Eden, and he scores. That cross-ice pass, just what they were looking for, and Carey can't cross the crease in time to stop it for the fourth goal of the first period.
Yeah, Red Devils were under a lot of pressure there, that shift. They were scrambling away for the first probably 20 seconds of that offensive zone there. Stegman did a good job to keep the puck in there, and then, looked up instead of going for that shot, finds Eden wide open on the backside, and again, Chris is no stranger to scoring goals. I think he managed to put that one home.
He certainly knows this end of the ice. That's something he is very familiar with. But 4-1 is the score. Thunder jumping all over this one today. And they are making the case to move up the ladder for the playoffs. That's turned over. And now Tapping getting it out of the offensive zone for the Thunder. Haas stealing it away. Now Dodwell trying to pass it. That's intercepted. Goes to Darling. And they turn it back. It's the Thunder trying to break out. Stolen away by Dodwell. That pass knocked away. And Tappin throwing it back to neutral. Beckstead with it. Beckstead gains the zone. Leaves it behind at the point. Shot. And right at Carey for an equipment save.
I feel like Beckstead's had a lot of time on the puck so far here in this first period. Again, one of the top players here for the Phoenix Thunder. He was an import last year for them and has stayed around in the country. Yeah, a lot of time. He didn't get any goals yesterday, but he did notch 3 assists, so he is the leading point scorer for the Phoenix Thunder.
And no question, he is making himself known with the puck control that he has.
With those assists yesterday, he is now second on the table, or point scoring leaders table here in the NZIHL.
That goes off Lowe's stick, goes to Schroyer. Now up to Steitley. Steitley flipping it in, and it'll be Willis to get there first. Gets halfway out, comes back to him. Well, let's try it again. That goes out of the zone. Blair's got it. Schroyer. Schroyer with a dump and chase. Flight getting in to Schroyer.
Last minute of the first period.
Stephen digging away at it there with Byfield. Oh, and that's a rough hit. And they are going to call that from behind. That was, looks like it's going to be a boarding call against the Red Devils. And there's the touch-up.
Yeah. After enough protest there, the referee does call the boarding penalty. And yeah, did catch him from a bad angle there as he was turning away with the puck. And so Harry Lowe will go and sit for 2 minutes. And gives the Phoenix Thunder a chance for their power play unit. They had 1 goal at it yesterday and they scored 1 goal.
Yeah, and it is a boarding call.
And with just 41 seconds here to go in the period, so looks like they're putting their top unit out again here, so they'll see what they can do in this first 41 seconds.
And once again, we're going to restart the stream after the first period, so it'll require anybody that's watching it to refresh the screen. But that should help us get the instant replays back. Puck dropped. Thunder with it. Schroyer.
Number 81, Harry Lowe.
And Haas has it.
Delayed penalty for a high stick against the Thunder.
And that'll even things out very quickly. Let me just see if we have...
Are we taking 13? I thought it was...
All right, so... Stegman going off. Although...
Just sorting out who was the player that had the high stick.
Can't quite get the audio on that one, but Stegman's saying it was somebody else, so he's going to serve.
Right, so that effectively kills the power play opportunity here for the Phoenix Thunder. We'll be 4-on-4 hockey here for a bit. It's just as they were exiting the zone there, and Devils were trying to get past them. The stick came up and caught the face area.
And that'll be 4-on-4 hockey with Morris to take this face-off in the top line out there. No advantage, but more room on the ice. You have to be looking for a lot of speed here, and that's Beckstead getting upset by Haast. That was really his plan, was to skate up the ice there as quickly as he could. But they do get it to Schroyer in front, and Eden can't close the deal. Goes into the corner, Audis flipping it away. Brown knocking it halfway up. Haast getting it to Morris.
3 seconds.
Got to shoot here. And that is off target anyways, but Tappan coming very close to putting one in at the end of the first period. So 4-1 the score, Dan. It's it feels a lot like the third period yesterday.
It does, and I was thinking about what happened in the third period yesterday. Ian Audis was on fire through the first 2 periods yesterday, so whether they shared his water bottle around in the changing room before the third period, and they've managed to drink from that same drink bottle here again today. But yeah, Phoenix Thunder have started strong here in the first period. Again, using probably their speed and their skill set, they're creating opportunities. Yes, maybe two goals have been conceded because they've deflected off a Red Devils player. But again, the Thunder are creating those chances and those opportunities for that to happen.
Yeah, very interesting first period. Not a good one for the Red Devils, but the Thunder clearly seeing some benefit to coming away with 3 points today and climbing up the ladder. It would take them to third place. And with the expanded playoffs this year, that will mean a lot if they can get up to second and get a home ice series for the semis. So we'll leave it there. We're gonna, I guess we're gonna hear some pretty loud music too, I guess, through the PA system. But in the meantime, We're going to shut down the stream for just a minute. Like I said, we're going to reset the software here and hopefully bring the replays back so we can bring those to you. It'll require a refresh, but I figured this is the best time to do it. And we will see you back for action if you rejoin us in about 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice. It's the first intermission, and you know what that means. It's the under-12s. Today we have players from the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association's Under-12 Super League competing during this intermission with the Flash in the red jerseys and the Bats in the gray jerseys. If you have a child that might be interested in giving hockey a try, Canterbury Ice Hockey Association has a Learn to Play program that offers a free trial session, gear included, for children interested in giving it a go. To learn more, just Google Canterbury Ice Hockey Association and visit the website, which is ciha.org.nz, to arrange a free session. Looks like we've got the replay back up and working for the moment. And we'll be back to join you for second period action here at the Alpine Ice in just a few minutes. Thanks, everybody. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice. Second period action about to get underway. Remember, it is a 4-on-4 for about, well, a minute 19. And we are back underway with Schroyer with the puck for the Thunder. Haas now has it. And now Audis looking to set up the offense for the Phoenix Thunder. Blair bringing it out. Beckstead holding up. He passes it across the ice to Schroyer, gains the zone, leaves it behind. Audis with a slap shot, but that was interrupted by Haas. And that outlet pass almost gets to Haas, but it is Schroyer getting in the lane on that one, throwing it in, tapping out there first. It goes as far as Audis to Blair at the point. Blair with a good move past Haas. Leaves it for Audis, can't get the shot away. Blair with it. Blair moving through the crease, or through the slot, excuse me, and then a long pass up to Haas. They're looking for icing, and they're going to get it as that goes off the boards and a little bit too far in that case.
A bit more time and space with 4-on-4, and yeah, probably the top skaters of each teams are out there, but no major chances coming. There was some developing, but not quite executing.
Yeah, I think everybody being a little bit careful that first minute out of the locker room there, 4-on-4. And it'll be Joe Orr to take this against Morris. Morris winning that one, but Orr slapping it away. Haast with the puck. He skates up through the middle, takes the zone, gets to the back board. Now Brown with it to Morris. Morris loses it off the backhand. He resets. Penalty expiring here. It is technically a 10-second power play for the Red Devils, but both penalties have expired. We're back to 5-on-5 just that quickly. Low with it and Hurring. That goes in front. And it is Tristan Darling sending it forward.
Puck just bobbled up there and caused the Thunder to go offside. He'll get through the 4-on-4 action here with no goals scored. Chance now to settle back into some 5-on-5 hockey.
And the Red Devils with the puck. Sending it into the opposite side. Blair picks it up then to Beckstead. Beckstead gains the zone, looking around, trying to pass that to Audis, but can't get it through. Goes behind to Hopkins. And Bull looking to get it out. He does just that. And Reese is going to have a chase at this. He gets to it, but he just can't get in a position to take a shot. He's dancing around with several dance partners from the Thunder. But it ends up being Beckstead that has the puck. He skates it out. Defense getting set up there. Meisternock looking at it. And it's Moncrief getting it out of the zone. Up to Morris. Morris looking. Morris gets that ripped off his stick one more time. Another good defensive play, and it's Stegman taking the zone. Move that aside. Trying to get it to Haas, but instead it goes to Hurring. He waits. They tag up. Haas with it. Austin Hopkins. And that puck goes around the back boards. Morris with a flip. Haas picks it up. He's onside. They wait. Trying to get it to Morris through the crease, and Shuck got a stick on it. Needed to do that because he was there for it. That goes to Enright. Enright gains the zone himself, turns it around. Willis now has it, and Willis swings it around and back out to neutral. Will it go for icing? It does look like it will. It does. Hurring's there, and that is the call. Icing against the Red Devils.
Yeah, Thunder player getting on his skis there, just coasting towards it. And a couple of the Red Devils players protesting he wasn't making an effort to skate back for it, but icing's been called, so Thunder choose the right side here.
Face off in that defensive zone. Thunder win it. Hold on to it, but it's Kaluzny with it. No, it's not. It's actually behind the skates there with Dodwell. Trying to pull that away, they do. Haas getting it out of the zone. Lots of defensive pressure by the Thunder there. Pass to Morris is intercepted, and it's Steitley coming in on the left. Takes a shot, goes low and through the crease, catches the rounds of the corner and goes as far as the point. And now Willis with it. He's going to dump it in and allow for a change for the Red Devils. Wilson sending it forward up to Orr. Goes in for a split second. And that stayed in the zone apparently. Knocked away. Good defense there by Brown. That puck comes around the side. And Lowe with it. Thomas leaves it behind as he was trying to slap that forward. And now Lowe's going to be in on the chase against Schroyer. Lowe with that puck up against the board there. Schroyer trying to get it out. Thomas joins the fight, and it is taken away by Joe Orr. Orr going down in a heap over there. And that puck goes quickly into the Thunder bench, and that's why the stop. So, everything good? Oh yeah, we got. I wish I had a replay on that one. I don't have replay on that camera. Our cameraman calling it out. It would have been a funny one to actually have it on the bench there, but turns out that one's not on there. We're going a little minimal today, Dan.
Yeah, live action only.
Beckstead holding that in, and it gets to Blair, but Blair can't hold it in. Now that's knocked forward, trying to hit Reese from Bull, but it's turned around, and Blair's coming in. Shot, low kick save by Carey, and he gets a stop. And you know what? We'll try to actually put this one back on the board here. Let's take a look. Does it work? Yes, it does. Hey.
There we go. The die-hard fans at home, though, Matt, will be able to just rewind back in live play as they go and catch back up to us in no time.
It'll be easy peasy. Face-off won by the Devils, but it's taken away by Beckstead. Beckstead still holds on to the puck. Another good swerve there. Gets it out to Herring. That's deflected. Red Devils trying to get the puck out. It's Beckstead once again holding it in. He skates in circles. Beckstead, shot, and that goes across the face of goal. Hits the plexiglass, comes back to the point, and then into the half boards. And it's Sean Brown looking to pass that out. He does exactly that, gets it to Reese, but it's Herring there first. And now the Thunder try to break that out, although Bull gets hit with that. And that's called a hand pass.
Arm pass, hand pass.
Yes, upper body, I don't know. but yeah, illegally played by the Red Devils, so they get a face-off here at center ice. Yeah. Or not, the offside dot, excuse me.
So Beckstead again, good control of the puck. It's probably you see what some of the import players bring to this league of international caliber. He's very good on his feet, good stop starts, quick turns, and manages to buy space and time with those movements. And gives them a chance to set up his teammates, and that probably leads why he's got 20-odd assists so far this season.
Or getting a hold of that face-off, but he sent it up to the Red Devils, and they send it back with a postage stamp to Blair. Blair's got it, sends it behind the net, and he holds on to it, sweeping it away. Meisternock trying to dig that out, but it's Herring. And the Red Devils have that puck. They're going to play it off the boards, and Hopkins throws it deep, and a shot on goal. Well done, Hopkins. That's 2 today.
He's done 2 of those floaters, and they could be his best chance of scoring a goal. You never know how that's going to catch. If he gets one to pitch and land just before the goalie, I think that could be his best chance of putting one up here for his first goal in his 115-ish game.
So an 8-iron chip with a bounce and a run.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Somebody tell Shuck. And that puck comes around to Herring. And that goes to Eden. Eden's going to gain the zone. Good pass there, shot, and that is a miss by Orr.
Two ex-Red Devil players there linking up, but yeah, great chance there for Eden. Finds Orr, who was streaking into the zone with a lot of speed, but yeah, misses by a few inches there actually.
It's been interesting with the technology. So this weekend we're also doing the replays here in the building at the same time. So it's been an interesting weekend to actually do some programming for the fans as well.
You've been busy, Matt. You can say that.
I'm always busy. It's just a matter of what I'm busy with in this one. But yeah, that's been different. Flight with it now. Flight holding on to it with Paik on the forecheck. He holds back. 3 in the zone though. Playing a little stronger. Now they back off. Flight moving it all the way to the corner. The puck comes out to the blue line. Low pass, and that's deflected away before it gets to Carey. Flight with a shot. Kick save. Goes behind the goal. Goes off the boards, and Rout getting it out of the, well, not quite out of the zone, and it is Willis digging away at it. Sebastian Steven getting some time. That's passed away to the Red Devils. Steven was an interesting player for the Mako too. It's good to see him getting some time.
He's had a couple of seasons for the West Auckland Emeralds. as well, Stephen.
Oh, it's the other Steven I'm thinking of. Anyway, there we go. Hand pass again, and it's going to be outside the zone as it was called against the Thunder.
Yes, indeed. Him and Talion, who's not here at the moment, both playing for the Phoenix Thunder, but they had started their NZIHL careers in West Auckland.
That is the way things go. There's a lot of movement in this league, to be fair, given that people choose to go where they want to go.
Indeed, an amateur league. People move for life and career and study.
Yeah, Jackson Fontaine, a good example of that. One of the upcoming Red Devils players now playing with the Swarm as he's studying away. So there's a shout out to Mr. Fontaine. There you go. Backstead with it, bringing the puck in. It's just the way it goes. Life changes at your location, and it changes your hockey team too.
Yeah, there's probably been quite a good youth program here through the Canterbury hockey, but unfortunately, when they get to the senior ages, they move on for other reasons, and study's one of them, and work and career and travel.
Beckstead with it, flips it up to Audis. Audis takes a shot, misses. Still trying to add to his tally, and that's a broken stick. Hurrying has to hurry off. And shout to Peter. I think you're going to get a bill for another stick there. Sorry, Dad. Shot and carry there. Haas taking a tumble.
And there's also some other youth players that have come up through the Canterbury age groups that aren't no longer playing here in Christchurch, but are doing well in their own hockey careers. Jacob Carey being one of the more recent ones. He's now over in Australia. And there's also Jake Ratcliffe. If we go back a few years prior, he came up through the youth hockey here in Christchurch. Did play a little bit up in Auckland, but he's now over in America playing there.
That puck won by the Red Devils, and it's Haast again looking to clear out. Eden's got the puck now. Throws it in, dump and chase. Or gets the rebound off Meisternock. Looking for a pass, can't find anybody yet. That's in front. Tipped away for a moment. Another stick hits the ground. That's kicked forward, legal. Haast with it, Haast leaves it behind, and Dodwell can't do anything with it. That pass, that drop pass was really well done, just nobody home.
4-on-1 here. So.
And it's Blair. Back to Eden, and Eden can't put that one away yet. Carey struggling with it, and keeps it out.
Oh, we went from one rush at one end with the Red Devils doing the attack. Haas trying to do a drop pass, but just couldn't quite link up with Dodwell, to then another rush back at the other end, and Tim Carey doing well there to scramble and cover up the puck.
Yeah, and also a shout. George Hopkins right in the middle of that, doing really well defensively to him.
He didn't deflect this one in this time?
No, that was... no, you're right. That was Willis on the other one, but you're right. Hodge had the other. Or Hopkins had the other, excuse me. It's been a long weekend.
Has been.
Anyway. Neutral ice. It'll be Darling chasing this one down for the Thunder. Up to Steitley. Passes it to Steven. Flipped behind. Steitley's going to pick it up. Steitley looking up. Takes a shot. Carey with a stop and a glove save. And a little extras at the end with Flight.
Tom Moncrief, a big man there, but he probably hasn't been as solid on his skates today at least. He came off second best on one of the, I think it was Max Heron earlier in the game. He tried to go into him and fell down, and yeah, he has taken a few players down with him as he falls. He's got a bit of momentum behind him.
And it'll be Lowe to take this face off. Loses that one to Audis, but the puck goes to Gallagher. Gallagher upended by Stegman, and the Thunder have the puck. They leave it behind for Beckstead as he gets set up. He skates through, weaves around, dump and chase. He's going to go deep after this, and puts a good hit onto Logan Willis, or excuse me, that's Brown. It just kind of bounced off of Brown, to be fair. And that puck comes out of the zone to Herring with substitute stick in hand. And now Brown has it. Good move there by Brown, getting it behind the net. And that pressure alleviated for a moment. Good skating there by the Thunder. Beckstead looking for the pass. It goes into the corner, comes back to him, slap shot off target, stays in at the point. Stegman with a high shot, hits the dasher, rolls around a little bit. Herring holds it in on the other point. We roll it around again. Stegman holding at the blue line, turning, shooting, and a goal. Too many chances for the Thunder, and they capitalize and make it 5-1.
Yeah, Red Devils just going too passive there, probably getting tired into the shift and then just collapse back into the house, but Stegman picks it up quite nicely. He was kept goalless yesterday. He has been scoring a few goals so far this season, but in that case he gets the time at blue line to sort of step in, and yeah, he's got a good shot on him as well. One he missed earlier, that had a bit of pace behind it, and again picks the spot here nicely and beats Tim Carey.
So that makes it 5-1. It's a quiet building at the moment, but some good hockey still left to go here this afternoon with Haast holding on to the puck. And the imports looking to get something started here. It goes up to Morris.
That's the goal to the Thunder.
Around the dasher. Goes down to the kick plate. Dodwell throwing it behind. Blair getting there first. He sweeps it away. Schroyer has it. Stolen by Dodwell. Haast. Haast holds. Haast gets it pickpocketed. And now it's Joe Orr coming through. Now to Eden. Eden holds up. Eden through the slot. Takes the shot. Misses the goal. Hits the board hard. It comes back out. Blair's got it at the point. Sweeps it behind. And that goes back to Eden. He's on that left side in the corner. Skates it back out. Goes right in the middle again. Takes a shot. Kick save carry. And that comes back out from Willis. Willis with a long pass. Haast knocks it down. Haast with a pass to Morris. Shot. And he couldn't get it off the stick. He still has the puck. Slams it home. And Shuck slams the door on Morris.
Good break there again. Haast and Morris creating the chances here for the Red Devils. They have been the dominant goal scorers throughout this season, and if the Devils are desperately going to get a chance to come back into this, they need them to fire and put a few pucks into the net.
Poole wins that one and goes out to the blue line. Meisternock chopping it back in. It's offside. They leave it behind. Darling has it. He's looking to the other side of the ice. Gets it across the way. And Wilson gets his pass intercepted. Poole brings it back in. Jumps through two Thunder players but can't get a hold of his stick. That's the bench asking for a holding the stick call there, but none coming. It's dumped deep. Hopkins is going to get there on the corner. Center around the boards. Flight keeps it in, doesn't get all the way through, hits Meisternock. He's going to pick it up, collect it, skate it, comes in on his own. He's upended. The bench once again asking for a call, but not getting one from the Red Devils side. Darling with it now. Poole goes past him. Up to Steitley, he hits it. They are going to call high stick if they play it. No, they don't. And that's cleared. Darling gets it back. Changes a bound for both teams. Audis forward to Blair. No, to Stegman. And it was Stegman as he walks it in. Scores again.
Picks the top corner again. Pretty decent shot from him there. Quick release. He had Beckstead on back door, so the defenseman had to respect that pass. And he lines it up and goes up top corner over Tim's glove.
And that's exactly where it leaves us at 6-1. With just over 6 minutes to go in the second, the Thunder putting the accelerator down and running away with this one. Audis loses that face-off. Tappan's got it. And once again, the Red Devils playing good, even hockey for a long time, but without the offense and without the finishing power to get this done. Time runs, and the chances get buried by the opposition. Here's Beckstead coming up the left. Tappan holds him up for a minute. Audis with a shot that hits, I think, Sean Brown's skate. Goes into the corner. Beckstead behind the net. Had Carey going the wrong way for a moment, but gets away with it. Herring gives it up. Long pass by Tappan. Deflected off Moncrief, and now the Thunder have it again. Audis with it. And Stedman with it. Up to Lewis. Audis. Shot. And a save by Carey.
Yeah, just the number of different threats that the Phoenix Thunder have here starting to show through. They've got a couple of good lines, multiple scoring threats, I should say, on the lines here. Red Devils just struggling with probably that bit of depth across the scoring criteria. Really, as I said, heavily rely on the inputs here so far this season.
But that was a really good one where they actually moved the shooter a little bit away, so it allows for a better positional save by Carey. It makes his job a lot easier keeping him out of the middle like that. But like I said, the Red Devils, they can be very good on defense for a long time, but if they can't take over some offensive time and get some more chances, then it's a numbers game at that point. Flipped in. Gallagher chasing it down. And it's now to Thomas. Off the dasher. It's been on the dasher a lot today. It's been weird. Willis, no icing here. He'll pick it up. Leaves it behind. Kaluzny backhands it out. Lowe sending it forward on the give and go to Thomas. He gets it back though. And Lowe goes around Stroyer. And they knock it out. Hurring gets it out. Willis with it. Kaluzny gives it up. And goes straight to Blair. They get onside. Gives it back to Eden. It goes between his skates. And that one stays in the zone. Willis chopping it down. And that goes over to Gallagher for the exit. Terangi Hanare knocking over Flight for a moment to get the puck away, but they get it back. And that goes behind the net. Stephen to Blair. Long shot, Blair. Rebound. Knocked away, and another shot. And that's Carey with the second save.
You just see the Red Devils not being able to link up when they get the puck under control or trying to get it through the neutral zone. And you get that a bit more in the second period when you're on the long change. And if you're on the defensive part of the ice for your first 30, 40 seconds of the shift, by the time you turn over the puck, your legs aren't fully there and fresh. So you're kind of more wanting, I want to change up, as opposed to I'm ready to counter-attack and get down the other end of the ice. And just makes it more exaggerated here as they play the second period.
Red Devils with a puck. They go through the neutral zone. Top line back out. Wilson's got it for the Thunder. Pass around to Flight. And that's taken off Sebastian Stephen. Puck goes out halfway. They let it go. No icing here. It's going to be Morris chasing this down with Wilson. Wilson gets to it first. Moncrief now has it. Passes in front. Nobody home. Stays with Flight. Flight's going to go back to neutral. Gives it up to Steitley, and that one I think hit the bench there and gets taken out of play.
Yeah, going for a stretch pass there. Morris did have a bit of space, but yeah, Thunder just got enough to get sticks on it to disrupt the big stretch pass. But really, that's kind of what's been the main go-to here for the Red Devils, or the main look to those long stretch passes. But yeah, the success rate hasn't been that high.
That's exactly it. So 2 goals for the Thunder this period, making it 6-1. And just under 3 minutes to go here in the second. Reese with a good hit. And a reverse hit by Lilly. Poole trying to get to it defensively, and then it's tipped away by Tappan. Lilly. And then Rout sends it in. No ice call here. Reese is going to get to this puck first. He spins it around. Poole trying to get it away. Reese joins the fight against Lilly. They send it behind the net. Brown's there. Brown trying to get that centered. He can't do it, get it off the boards. And now Reese goes behind, and they get caught with too many behind there, and now the Thunder break out 2-on-1. Good play there by Rout, holding up enough time, allowing for defense. Stegman with a shot, kick save, rebound goes off to the side. Stays with the Thunder, goes to the point, held up, and a shot, and that rebound's given up. Ottis trying to get that again. Schroyer just trying to throw it in, and once again sticking to that game plan that's working
Waters
for
got
him.
a tip on that one as it came in as well. So
Schroyer at that point goes cross ice to Blair. Low shot pass, goes behind, comes off the boards. Schroyer coming in on that. And now it's Brown collecting that puck. They send it around to the half boards. Comes out. Bull with the flip into the corner. Some fresh legs for the team in red. And Thomas doing some good work holding up that puck. And it's still in the offensive zone for the time being. Willis throwing it back in. And Lowe trying to keep it on the ice there as he reached over the boards. But that will be a stop and play.
that Thunder strategy there of getting pucks from distance thrown into net, it'll be interesting to see how that plays on their home ice, being a much larger sheet of ice, more time and space for the defenders and the people out wide to take control, find a spot, find a player back door. So it's probably well suited actually to their home rink. Here in Christchurch, we're a couple metres shorter on the width and the length, so less time to make decisions, but they're doing a good job of it, or they have done a good job of it so far this weekend, Thunder. And here goes Eden.
Off the stick lift, and then Eden chasing this one down. Can't get to it in time. 3 defenders on him, or flipping it in the middle, taking a chance. And that puck's going to come out with Moncrief. Goes to Morris. Up the right side looking for a pass. Sweeps around, still with it. Penalty coming up here. It looks like Orr's going to go for hooking, if my eyes don't deceive me, and he's going to touch up here. And that's the, see what the call actually is. And it is indeed a hook. So
22 seconds in the period left, so Red Devils get a short go at it here.
yeah, and a quick shout out to the some people watching the show today who may have heard a little extra audio. Apologies in that. That was a miscommunication on our part, and we guessed wrong, so all taken care of. And if you are who you were expecting, you'll know exactly what I'm saying, but apologies there. Beckstead with the puck. He's coming in one-on-one. Shot and a goal. It was the second shot. Morris couldn't get there in time to get the deflection, and the Thunder pick one up and make it 7-1.
Maybe I needed to rephrase that. Thunder had a 22-second chance here in this period to score a shorthanded goal, and they made the most of it there through Beckstead. And I think that's his first one on the goal-scoring tally here this weekend. But yeah, again, it's great having a power play opportunity, but there's risks that come with it if you go too offensive-minded. And yeah,
well, the power kill works out for the Thunder in this case, and yes, I said that right. They were definitely on the counterattack there. Red Devils trying to get one back while they can. Time almost up, and they can't get that shot off. The horn goes, and that is the end of the second period. 7-1 the score in favor of the visiting Dunedin Phoenix Thunder. So like you were saying, it just changes that quickly when you can get a streaking play like that, and it just worked out for the Thunder that they finally get somebody on that, odd man rush.
Quick counterattack again. Yeah, the Thunder probably just showing that range of skills across their whole lineup. They've got some good talent, good capabilities, whether it's import players, local players, young players coming up. His name's been said a lot this weekend. Otis, he had his first Ice Blacks campaign earlier this year. Probably conveniently played on his home ice down there in Dunedin with the Ice Blacks were hosting that tournament.
Yep.
But yeah, look, if you look across the lineup here for the Thunder, they've got good, good options on both the attacking side of things and also defensemen who are also putting up points here. And we just saw Stegman get a couple of goals as well in that second period.
Yeah, the defense is, I think that's kind of the difference, is you actually have to spread out that when you get into the defensive zone, you can't just back into playing dots and behind. You actually have to, what they call, expand the house a little bit, go out and play on that point. And for the most part in the second period, the blue line was uncontested when they had the puck. They were able to move it across the ice pretty easily, and that gave them the advantage, being able to move from the side that has 3 defenders to the side that has 2 defenders, and being able to get a little closer and take those shots. And that's what I saw. It's a clinic right now for the Thunder, doing exactly what they want to do, and it'll be interesting from a mindset perspective as to what the Red Devils do coming out for the third period. And you just try to win a period, I think, is really where it's at.
Yep, I think you're playing a 20-minute game here coming up for the Red Devils. Focus on some good things. You're probably going to end up rolling through some of the other younger players. We've seen that a little bit more through the lines. We mentioned Ollie Rout coming back in the lineup. He's actually just recently come back from playing hockey in Windsor, so that's why he wasn't in Canada, wasn't here for the start of the season. So he's just finding his feet back here on the Canterbury ice. But yeah, look, you're going to have to just sort of go take it 20 minutes at a time now.
Yeah, it's good seeing Rout out there. He's actually, from what I saw from him last year, he's leaps and bounds above where he was. So it's good to see that out there, especially seeing him in the center position out there. He belongs out there now, I think, he doesn't look out of place. He doesn't look like somebody who's just the experience is there. So anyway, we're going to leave you for about 10 minutes. Probably just leave the stream running here, and we will catch up with you for third period action here at the Alpine Ice. It is 7-1 Dunedin Thunder.
Everyone, please show some appreciation for the officials of today's game.
Kia ora koutou, welcome back everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. It's been interesting, Dan. 7-1 the score, and we've gone back to the 90s on the video board. That was interesting. That was it's pretty disco in here at the moment.
The DJ's working the crowd.
Well, everybody coming back out onto the ice. It's been a rough one for the Red Devils. There's no question about that. But the the crowd's been pretty good here. They just need something to cheer about. I think that's really what's missing is just generally offense for the Red Devils here. Even though it's 7-1, that like we were saying when we went away from the second period, we really need to. Well, if you're the Red Devils, you have to think 20-minute game. Forget about what's there. The game's not really in reach, but you've got to get some offense started here. Yeah. And there's in 2 weeks' time, these same two teams will be playing, but they'll be playing in Dunedin, so they'll want to make sure that they get things a little sorted out.
We'll see what coaches drawn up on the playbook here. See that they go with the same play that they started the third period with yesterday, which did net them a positive result in 13 seconds with Morris scoring a goal. So, look, if there's some things from yesterday they'd like to repeat, I'd say the start of the first 13 seconds of the third period will be one of them.
Yeah, it's a little different than yesterday, isn't it? Just the vibe's a little different.
Yeah, maybe it was quite an even first two periods yesterday. Maybe Thunder were still finding their feet after travelling up that morning. You know, travel days can sometimes take effects on teams and players. Especially at the airport, if you're waiting around for a bit, you're just not really doing much. Your legs aren't doing anything. You're sitting there. So let's see how they go. They do have a power play to start here, the Red Devils.
Yeah, minute 38 on the power play. There was an elbowing call a hooking call. And the Red Devils have the face-off, tapping with the puck. And he's going to skate around on that fresh ice and get set up for the Red Devils power play here at the start of the third period. Tappan holds up the half board, sends it around. Haast is going to get there first on the other side. Gets it back from Bull. Cross ice to Morris. He's got to knock it down. Does so quickly. Takes a shot. It's deflected. Shot again. And I think that was Reese there. Yes, it was. Taking a quick chance for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Shuck had that side well and truly covered up there.
There it comes. Shuck with a good one there. And the face-off won again by the Red Devils. They set up that power play. Although the Thunder a little high on this play. Haast with a shot. Kick save into the corner. And that's knocked out. Tappan drops the puck as he gloves it. And the Red Devils looking to get back in the zone. Pass to Haast. He gains the zone. Holds up the blue line. Tries to pass it low. Tappan against the boards. Pays the price. That goes around. Or excuse me, that was Reese that got hit hard there. And now it's Beckstead again on the power kill.
Yeah.
Back out to Blair. And the Thunder getting rid of a lot of time here as the Red Devils, there's two on the forecheck here. They're trying to get the puck away so it doesn't clear, but that one goes as far as Morris red line. He goes in, leaves it behind for Brown. Pass to Haast. Haast can't get a backhand away.
Yeah, Harry Lowe back door unmarked.
Back to the point, cross ice. Brown walks it in, takes the shot high off the bar. Funny bounce off the glass. It came straight back. And now it's Steven across the line for the Thunder. Good nifty move, but he doesn't find anybody to connect with. And Haast has it. Penalties expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Haast holds the puck. Skates in on the right side. Little extra pressure there from the Thunder. They go a little low. Brown at the goal line. Skates around and behind. And that goes back to the point where Haast was trying to get off the ice. He stays there for a moment because he has to play the puck as he was going for a change.
He's on a 2-minute plus shift here, Haast, so finally gets a change now.
Moncrief on, Reese with a shot, and that one stays in the equipment of Shuck for the save.
Dropped down in between the legs for him. Didn't quite get it cleanly, but does enough to cover it up for the whistle.
And with that, they'll have a face-off in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Red Devils not quite getting too many good chances there on the power play. They had control of the puck, but most of it wasn't necessarily in the attacking zone, and when they did get in there, they didn't get any chances to pull the trigger.
Another snafu on the line changes. We got to get the door shut, but Moncrief gets the puck. Red Devils with it. They stay behind the net with the puck. Darling gets to it first. Bull's there. And a backhand by the Thunder. Who was that? That was Stefan with it. And he has the puck now. Half-boards in. I think that wasn't really intended to be a shot, but it ended up a shot on net, and Carey just gloves it. Easiest one he'll have all day, and they get a face-off.
Yeah, you said it a couple of times before, Tim Carey is a numbers man. He'll take that one as a shot on goal, and that slight increase to his save percentage.
He will enjoy that one indeed. Morris to take this one against Audis. Comes to Herring. Shot, saved by Carey, and he glove saves that one. That was the Max Herring variety. Brothers on the team.
Yeah, puck just sort of, it wasn't a clean face-off win by any means, but it was just popped out into the slot area, but no one was really going forward there from the Red Devils, so they certainly tried to get a chance on it.
Yeah, just some confusion as to which zone everybody's playing, and sometimes you leave the puck open like that. That goes out of the zone, but back to Beckstead for a moment, and it's Stegman with it now. Halfway up, and that goes in the zone. Hopkins is going to try to chase that down, but he gets taken away. Pass in front, chance. Oh, and that had Carey fooled. Beckstead had the fake in the whoopsie-doo, trying to backhand it in and just let it slide in, and he just missed. That's really all it was.
Yeah, just let it pass to the wide, but Tim Carey was moving well to his left there and ended up taking the net off in the process, which caused the stoppage to the whistle. But if you rewind a couple of weeks ago, the Red Devils' defensive zone face-offs, they had a few lapses, get the Botany Swarm, which cost them one game. Well, got the Swarm 2 goals in the third period, so they had a good defensive win last face-off. This time they lose it.
Shot in, and Carey stick save, but that deflects up into the netting. We'll do it again.
That's probably good there, because now you get the player change, where previously last stoppage they weren't allowed to change their players. So well done to Tim Carey for that intentional play of deflecting it up out of play.
Brown's going to take this one against Orr. That'll be a familiar practice session. Orr wins that one. Schroyer back to Brown. Thunder fighting for it, but it's Brown that comes through with it. Stays in the corner, pass, tries to center it, and that's going to come out of the zone. Eden and Orr with it. Orr getting it taken away from him. As it slides closer and closer to Carey, Carey ends up with it and makes the save. Yeah, and another stop in play.
Looks like a wee positional change there for Sean Brown. Coach is putting him up on into the centre position here, potentially for the third period to roll it around.
This is the kind of game that gives you the opportunity to make some changes as a coach.
Doesn't look like there's necessarily been an injury or anything that's caused that change, but yeah, probably this stage of the game and the season, change things up and see how it looks.
Schroyer with a long shot from the blue line, blocker save, and that goes out.
Probably the fans of the Red Devils are noticeably missing. We don't have the under 5'9" line here together today. I think Joel Keogh-Cope is not dressed up here today. Nothing obviously looking wrong with him, but so potentially another healthy scratch. And over his career, he has been scratched more times than a lottery ticket.
You players, I tell you. I don't have half the cliches you guys do, and I get the heat for it. Anyway, tapping with it against the half-boards. Moncrief digging it away. Oh, and that one stayed in play just barely as that went about past a dozen visors of the Phoenix Thunder over there. They have the puck, Stephen with it. Halfway up, gains the zone, dump and chase. Willis is going to get there first. He moves it, but not far away from Steitley, and Kaluzny has to fight for it. Stays in the zone, Darling throws it in. They're going to go for a change anyway. Steitley gets to the puck, and he is chasing it down, but it's Willis with it. Willis throws it to Morris. Morris is going to get there first, no icing. He's knocked off the puck. Morris kicks it with his skates. And Thomas trying to get something in front of the net, but he can't. Beckstead with a shot. High and over the bar. Barry out on the ice now. And Wilson's going to chase this one down for the Thunder. He goes back to Audis. Leaves it. And Beckstead with the one-handed move. Darling coming in. Goes past Kaluzny. Leaves the puck behind. And that's Rout coming up the left side. He's upended. Can't get the pass to Morris. And Beckstead has it now. Outlet to Stedman. Barry comes in. And that's flipped as far as Stegman. He's going to walk it forward. Takes it to Beckstead. But no connection there. And now Haast has it. 2-on-1 if he hurries. Now it's to Rout. Gets into his skates. Takes a shot. And Rout goes high and hits the netting for a stop in play.
Yeah, if you're going to tune in a couple of weeks' time when the Canterbury Red Devils are down in Dunedin playing the Phoenix Thunder at their home, I'd be very cautious keeping your eyes out for Beckstead on the big sheet of ice with his speed and pace. Of course, I think that will also benefit Haast and Morris here for the Red Devils. Good skaters will be able to build up a lot of pace and speed with their ability as well.
Meisternock with a shot. Shuck never saw that one. It just hit him after the deflection.
Might have gotten Reese's shin pad on the way through, or the defender's shin pad. It did get nestled under his pads, so good way there, but a good one for Meisternock. You see Brown lining up there again, looking for another backhand draw win straight back to Meisternock.
And some extra conversations about what happened after the stop in play, and they finally found the puck, so they can now drop it.
Yeah. Just making sure they got each other's contact details for the Christmas card mailing list.
And Brown wins it again back to Meisternock. He passes it this time. Shovel pass forward to Brown. And that comes out of the zone. Hopkins throws it in. I think Hopkins didn't get the memo. He was supposed to shoot that one, right?
Third time lucky it would have been.
Looked like Mason Reese was upended there, and now another blade comes out from under, who was that, Jack Lewis. Blew out a tire, and that goes off sides against the Thunder. They're going to have a face-off just outside. 13:43 to go in this third period. Thunder with a solid lead, 7-1, and the offense has been few and far in between in this third period.
Yeah, there's been too many high chance, scoring chance opportunities so far. It's just been a little bit back and forward.
And Darling's got that one after the face-off. Thunder get their offensive set up. Goes back to Darling. Wilson forward. No ice here. Byford gets there. Gives it up. Thunder have it. Darling with a long shot. Blocker save. Stays in play. And as the puck goes to Moncrief up the half boards, it goes to Darling. He throws it back in. Everybody tags up. They go for a change, though. The Thunder getting off the ice. And the Red Devils looking to move out. Pass up to Pate. Wilson gets that. And it's off to Enright. He gets it back. Charges carry, but they leave the puck behind. 3-on-1 chance for the Thunder, but they can't do anything with it.
Byford got on the way of that one. I think he was looking to pass back to his teammate. Good intercept by Byford.
And the puck goes around the back for the Dunedin Phoenix Thunder as they get set up for an offensive chance. That pass goes awry. Kaluzny gets to it first, but now it's Beckstead with it. He pulls it through the legs. Good move there. Looking to pass into the middle, but that gets taken away. And it's Haast coming up the left side. 2-on-2 if he's got time. He holds up, spins. Arm stays down. Shot by Kaluzny. And an early whistle as that puck was not stopped, but maybe it was because the post came off potentially.
Oh, yeah, it was loose puck in and around Shuck there. The referee probably lost sight of it, but yeah, Ollie Rout was driving to the net there after that Luke Tappan shot. Couldn't get enough on it to whack it home in the first chance. And the whistle comes to the saviour of the Phoenix Thunder.
Maybe the best chance for the Red Devils in this third period.
Yeah, indeed, it was a good counter-attack.
It'll be interesting to see where Morris goes with this. He can't pull it back cleanly. And that's going to go to Jacob Hurring in that right corner. Willis taking a pound of flesh for that one. And the puck comes out to the Red Devils. Morris up the left. Takes a shot or a pass to the middle, one or the other, but it was somebody in the lane, and somebody jumps that at the point. That's Hopkins. Good defensive or offensive defensive effort to keep it in the point for the moment. But now it's Hurring. And Blair. And now Morris has that puck. 2-on-3 as he comes forward. Comes in, and that puck goes behind the net. Haas chases it down, goes out to Hopkins, takes a shot, and a kick save. And that one's going to go out to Flight. Flight all alone, takes the shot, and Carey gives up that goal. 8-1 the score. We'll see if we can get both sides of this one here.
Yeah, George Hopkins gets a shot on goal down one end, and Shuck didn't take that one cleanly. And I was holding my breath there. But unfortunately for the Red Devils, big rebound out, pops it up to Flight, who pretty much from halfway was all in alone, and a nice shot there to beat Carey.
And that makes it 8-1 to the Thunder. Well in hand here this afternoon, a Sunday afternoon of hockey. Good save there by Carey. Make that 2, make that 3. And that goes to Reese. Reese looking for the outlet pass. It bounces off Brown and a couple of other guys, and the Thunder collect that. Long shot in. They keep playing there. And it's Tappan with the puck. Tappan looking forward, hits Reese in stride. Reese gets pounded into the boards again. And now Tappan has it halfway up. He leaves it. No, he keeps it. Low skated around him. The puck goes into the corner, and Regan Wilson with it there. Brown trying to get a hit on him. Couldn't do it. Puck comes out. Tipped away, and now Beckstead has it. Center ice. Comes in the zone. Thunder going for a change. He holds up. Leaves it behind. Stays in the zone. Lewis has it. Lewis moving. It's slap shot. And didn't get through. And then a save. Goes as far as Hurring. Flipped back in on a backhand. Back to Beckstead. And now Beckstead to the point. Stegman with a shot there. And it's Beckstead. And Barry. And that was adjudicated to hit the net and stop and play.
You made a comment earlier in the game, Matt, with one of the good hits that was made in the player into the perspex here, or here in the Christchurch rink. It's quite a thin perspex, and it's got quite a bit of movement. So if you're receiving a hit here in Christchurch, you do actually want to be hugged up against that perspex, because it helps absorb quite a bit of the impact and dare say bounce back into the player hitting you.
Yeah, you definitely don't want seamless glass as a defender or somebody taking a hit. You want the plexiglass that's here, because there's a lot of give in these boards, and that prevents a lot of injury both directions.
Some of the other rinks around the country, though, have a bit thicker glass perspex and stuff, so quirks in every rink that you're playing.
Yeah, and it is interesting. It's one of the benefits of playing here, but at the same time, you do get occasionally the funny bounce because of the way the puck catches some of the edges around here. But it's a good give and take, I think. I'd rather have flexible boards than, making the players become flexible involuntarily. Eden with that puck. Gives it up to Stegman. Shot. Well, light came on, but that was not on the goal. It just tickled the outside netting.
And they're getting time and position in the zone here again.
Or Hurring, high shot, hits the glass, comes back out. Stegman. And the Red Devils try to get it out. They can't. Max Hurring keeping it in. Now that gets flipped out. Looks like it hit somebody on the bench. And they get a stop and play.
You're happy for a whistle there to change up the Red Devils. So, look, the Thunder almost making the smaller zones here look large. The way they're controlling the puck and having time and space to make well, keep movement, skating with the puck in the zone, creating that time and space, and Red Devils definitely just dropping into a real passive structure.
Well, that passive structure is, it hasn't really been paying off, but they've been burned immediately when they get more aggressive. So I think it's the lesser of the two evils at the moment, but neither one of them is working.
Indeed.
This one comes up the right side. Haas has it, one-on-one, waits for Stroyer, takes the shot, and there's a goal for the Red Devils.
Ollie Rout following it up. Great opportunity. Rebound there from Shuck. And we've seen a few rebounds here today, but finally this time for the Red Devils, they've got a person in the right spot, in the right place. And Rout kicks it to his stick and then buries it into the back. Hands up like he's on a roller coaster at Disneyland. And he puts the second one on the scoreboard here for the Red Devils.
You know, that it actually looked like it hit Shuck's mask on that one, just a funny bounce. But what matters is being in the right place at the right time and coming through the slot like that. He deserves that goal.
Yeah, and if he wasn't skating hard to get up to that play and be there for that opportunity, that wouldn't have happened.
That goes for an icing off that face-off. And now I think, so do we have a George Hopkins watch now? Is that what we just have to sit and see if he's going to fire a few more here?
Yeah, he might do. He's got 7 minutes 53 here in this game. He's had at least 3 shots on goal. You said hopefully third time lucky, but that didn't sort of play out for him. Maybe it needs to be like 30th time lucky in the same game.
At that rate, something might actually go in. We'll see. And that's him with the puck now. They get it out of the zone. Flight with it.
Goal to the Red Devils.
Puck sent into Meisternock. And Brown.
Assisted by number 95.
Flight holding everybody off on that one. That was Hopkins going down. And Reese with it. Reese trying to throw it in. That's offside, but no stop in play. Shot that hits the post. Low with that shot. And Reese. I said it was offside. I'm going to hear about that one. I'm sorry. Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. And that's Audis with the puck as he goes around. Now an arm goes up. And I think that's going to be Harry Lowe, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be the Thunder player, Wilson.
And it's a holding call. It is on Regan Wilson. So
we saw there on that last goal there from the route, and I just want to make the comment here that, and again, this isn't a fact, it's a rough guess, but like over 90% of the time when you're playing a game of hockey, you do not have the puck as a player. So it's about what you do when you don't have the puck and how you play the game. You put yourself in the right chances to score those goals. In that case, Ollie Rout, he was the third man back. It was the two imports leading the rush, but he skated hard to get up there and then be in the right spot for that rebound.
It's funny, a couple of weeks ago on the Inferno game, Megan Matthews was up here, and she was saying exactly the same thing. It was, you know, the game is, there's 10 skaters and 1 puck, so 90% of the time, it's a skating game. And if you skate to the right places, good things happen. Thunder with that puck. It's Audis coming in.
They're on the power kill.
Once again. And 90 seconds to go on this power play for the Red Devils.
We still calling it power play?
Sort of.
Okay.
Haas looking, he stops, looking for a pass in front, takes the shot. And that shot, was it Moncrief trying to dig that one out?
That was just under the skate there of Toby Shuck on that near post. That, he had enough on it to just stop it, and probably credit to the Thunder defenseman there tying up Moncrief so he couldn't get another chance at it.
Did just enough, and Shuck keeps another one out. Face off won by the Thunder. And it's Morris taking it away. Pilfers it from Schroyer, I think it was. Out to Haas at the far point. To tap it on the blue line. He tries to get it back. And Haas has to play that out of the zone. 53 seconds to go on the power play. They pass it forward. It's Morris inside. Leaves it for Moncrief. Back to Morris. Morris looking, surveying, spinning. Goes back to Tappan. Pass to Haas has to be played off the board. Haas with a good move there. Back to Morris. He walks in, takes the shot. High deflection and a big rebound, but it comes to the stick of Schroyer. And now Morris gets the puck back. 17 seconds to go on the power play. Moncrief on the blue line. Long pass connected, but he holds up and waits a long time. Brown near the net. Kaluzny's got to play this one, and that pass goes behind him, and that will allow the penalty to expire. They dump it in. Thunder have it, or with it, as he chews on his mouthpiece like a lollipop. And then Herring has it. Holds up the half boards, leaves the puck behind. Willis has to chase it. Willis with a good hit there. He got all of Regan Wilson. I think that was a continued discussion, if I'm not mistaken. Reese with it. Reese trying to get something out of this, but he is pulled down. Everybody looking at Darling. And it's the Thunder with the puck. They send it around. And a stop, and it'll be a 6-man on the ice call against the Thunder.
Yeah, they probably got away with it, just a little extra after the whistle slash there after the two players went down there. But yeah, bench penalty here. The Thunder, too many players on the ice. So Red Devils, they just had a power play opportunity. They'll get another go at it. And here.
I think we call that the penalty kill now. So Herring going off. Jacob Herring going off. The Red Devils with 5-on-4. Boole to take this one. He's trying to draw it back, but instead it is the Thunder's. Degman with it. Goes as far as tapping, but now it's taken away. Boole's got it. Boole looking to do something. He passes. That goes through the crease. It was dangerous, but Shuck didn't have to do anything, and the puck clears the zone, and it's Tappan chasing, and Audis on the forecheck. He spins around, makes him go around himself, and Tappan skates it through. He's going to go in the zone on his own. Goes behind the cage, leaves it for Lowe, passes to the wrong spot, but Lowe still handles it, and Moncrief now has it behind the net. In front, a shot and goal! Harry Lowe in the right place. And now they're starting to get some offense going.
Yeah, maybe, who knows, 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go here. It's still a bit of a mountain to climb, but yeah, good goal there by Harry Lowe. They got the puck into the zone. Luke Tappan skating the length of the ice, going down behind. Some cycles, probably wasn't the cleanest or best cycling that you've seen, but hey, it did the job in the end there with Tom Moncrief managing to just throw it out from behind the net. Harry Lowe, after he cycled it, going back to where he needed to be again. When you're not on the puck, get into the right spots, gets in front of the net there and manages to put one past Shuck.
Yeah, this will be some game tape that everybody looks at for the next series against the Thunder, because the Thunder have been very successful with that long pass and deflection strategy that we've been talking about for both games. But the Red Devils may have found something here with the dump chase and the behind the net rebound, especially against Shuck.
I think it comes down to if you don't have the skill set,
glove save there,
the passing and accuracy and the speed, you've got to make up with it with energy, effort to sort of counter that. And yeah, look, to some extent there's nothing wrong with going in hard, getting pucks to net.
Yeah, well, if there's anybody that has energy on the ice, I'll give it to Harry Lowe. He is a wind-up Energizer bunny.
And his co-partner in that's on the ice right now with Mason Reese.
That's a good point. And a stop in play. I'm not sure if this is for a penalty or not.
I believe the referee believes the goalie had it covered, so no more than that.
They're definitely being cautious about that recently, but that's I guess that's for player safety. But yeah, a few of them this weekend. Anyway, that is played as a stoppage here, and the Red Devils will end up in their defensive zone. They win the face-off. Hopkins sends it around to Haast. A little slow, and he's got to play it backwards. Haast going around it. Lewis pestering him. Sounds like an episode of Suits. Anyway, Kim, that was for you. Route coming up the left side. Shot by Morris. Haast Back to Morris. Morris looking for a pass. Nice shot off the back of the equipment of Shuck, and the deflection did not quite work out. But boy, that is a high IQ play.
And now this season we've seen a goal scored from that goal line. Unfortunately, it was against the Red Devils. In that case, the Botany Swarm. I'm going to go with Atwell was scoring that one. Off the top of my head.
It was off the top of Dan Reason's head, if I'm not mistaken. So. And Haast wins that one. He goes around the net looking for a pass, but that's taken away. Meisternock a step behind on this. Lewis jumps in front. Shot, and Carey with a save. Glove save and a stoppage in play. Just under 2 minutes to go here.
I think we've actually seen 2 goals from behind that goal line. And you're right, there was Atwell's side of the helmet, but there was one from the very far corner with only a couple of seconds left to go in a period.
Yes.
That got thrown in and banked off the side of the leg pad and in. So maybe Morris learned from the other team scoring goals that way that he could give it a go, and it almost worked out.
You know, those hard angle shots, everybody says don't take them, but every once in a while they do go in, so you may as well. Another face-off one by the Devils. That's been a good trend going through this second and third period for face-offs. Beckstead with it, backhands it in. Carey looks at it, Tapping gets to it, sends it around the board. Big collision between him and Lewis. Lewis throwing him around a little bit, but Tapping having none of that.
Linesman weren't paying attention on that one, as we'll play on.
Interesting. So everybody kind of held up for a minute, I think. Beckstead with it, gets taken away. Pake with it, sweeps, and he is knocked off the ice. A good hit there by Max Herring. And that puck goes as far as the glass, bounces around, and it's Herring again with about a minute to go here in this afternoon's proceedings. Thunder with it, 2-on-3. And Tappin with a good release on that. Comes back in, and the Red Devils trying to get the puck out. They do just that. It's up to Moncrief. Goes around to Blair. And to Thomas Moncrief for a moment. Now it's Herring. Best wishes to Noah Moncrief after taking a tough one yesterday. He's injured and obviously not here, but in case he didn't catch the beginning of it, shout out to him as we hope for a speedy recovery for you. 20 seconds to go. That puck flutters out, and it's Willis getting to it. Long pass up. Thomas to Lowe. Takes another shot. Glove save. And Lowe will not quit.
Yeah, no, they keep going here. Got about 9 seconds to go here. Still firing with speed. It's good to see.
And why not just figure out yet another situational practice, if you will. 9 seconds. Let's figure out how to score in this kind of situation. Yes, there's no game there, but there's one back to Kaluzny, and that was just off target. Can't quite sweep it in, and another glove save and a stop by Shuck with 2 seconds to go.
I didn't want to say it at the last stoppage, Matt, because there was 9 seconds to go. Now there's 2 seconds to go. I'm going to say it.
Say it.
Canterbury Red Devils are winning this period, 2-1. Can they hold on for another 2 seconds?
You know, it's funny though. We talked about that, but the truth is there is some momentum in that. It's what coaches set you out to do, especially in a situation like that. And a little extras here. Blair. They don't want anything that carries over because it's between these two teams, of course, but some frustrations being let out. But that said, we're all done. And it is a 8-3 final. Again, just like yesterday, just got there in a very different manner today. This was a thorough clean out by the Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder well and truly got off to a good start here today. They came out probably playing how they played in that third period yesterday. They put 4 goals on the board here in the first period and sort of got the lead, and then I won't say they coasted or held it. They were still trying there in the third period, and I think the Red Devils did finally sort stuff out in their own end in the third period, and obviously scored a couple of goals themselves in the third. But yeah, convincingly again another Thunder result will take them. Then they'll regroup again. Both teams have next week off, and then they'll be Canterbury will be heading down to Dunedin to face the same team, Thunder, for a 2-game series there.
And on that weekend, we'll have the Inferno game that's here against the Auckland Steel. That'll be a big matchup for the NZIHL. And the weekend after that, they're back for their home finale against the Admirals. And that'll be the season for the Red Devils. They are officially eliminated from the playoffs now.
Well, there's still one possibility in that.
Oh, what's that?
Well, potentially if the other teams breach the salary cap and they lose competition points, the Red Devils may get a chance. That's outside of Red Devils' control here, but you never say never. Funny things can happen, but yeah, if everything plays out as it is, unfortunately Red Devils will not be in the playoffs this season.
Yeah, the interesting thing though, for those of you that watch a lot of the NZIHL, it has been one of the most evenly contested league seasons in quite some time. All 4 teams right there in it, and it's going to be a heck of a finish as everybody scrambles for the last 4 games of the next month before they start the playoffs. So, Dan, thanks again for joining us and calling the game with us today. It's been our pleasure bringing it to you. The final score, the Dunedin Thunder 8 and the Canterbury Red Devils 3. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for coming.